What's going on, homies? It's your boy Stun back for another OPTC video, and in today's video we're diving into the 10-star Kizuna once again with some level 30 plus teams. Now, I actually haven't got to level 30 myself, but I actually found a bunch of assists. One of the assists I found was level 119, which is kind of wild. So that's what you're going to be seeing in today's video, not level 19. I have done a few more assists than what I'm actually showing in today's video. I think I've done about 6 or 7 that have been past level 30, which is crazy, because like, why are you guys spamming pots? It's a regular Kizuna, but it does work in our favor, because that way we actually get to showcase the teams I put together for you guys, as well as some changes that I made. I sort of wanted to focus in on the VEGAPUNK characters. I thought that would be a little bit of fun for today's video, but all of the teams you guys saw in the previous video, the no new batch characters, the ones that use the Vega lads as a friend captain, the teams are pretty much the same. I just sort of ran it twice, one with the Ditto captain, one with the Vega lads. They all work past level 30, and they should work up until like level 40 or 50. The one in today's video, I actually did level 119, which is like 30 billion damage, and it actually worked quite nicely. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, but do belt the like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. With that said, let's dive into 10-star Kizuna. Alright, so we are going to start it off with that Psy variation, and honestly, I think I can actually make this team a little bit better by utilizing the Atlas special on turn 2 and just literally killing with just Atlas, but I'll have to do some more testing when I find another assist level 30 plus. I might upload a short a little bit later if I can, because there is this dude, EPD Punk, that is just going absolutely crazy, this particular Kizuna. But the team looks like this. We are using Atlas as our captain now, but I believe we were using Lilith as the captain in the other video. I did bring in the free-to-play VEGAPUNK, who is exceptional underneath this Vega lads unit. We still have Queen. We're using Queen on turn 2, and then you can use him again on turn 3, but you don't really need to use him again on turn 3, because you are going to have the defense down of the Vega lads. With this team, I actually want to change it. I want to bring in the Legend VEGAPUNK for Super Tandem, and then replace Queen with Luffy, the Int Luffy. That's kind of my plan. A little bit later down the line, but for now, this is what we're rocking. So on turn 2, we're going to remove the threshold with Queen. I believe you could probably just use the Atlas special, and that's actually going to allow you to kill through the threshold. She bypasses defensive effects with her special, so I believe you'll be able to do that. She gives an orb buff as well. Sorry, attack boost? Yeah, she gives an attack boost. So with a matching orb, like, you guys should have the damage quite nicely. You can also use the super type like I did with the Vega lads to get that 1 turn of cooldown on your sailors, but like, you don't even really need that until the final stage anyway. That way you get the psyops as well for this final stage. There is threshold here, there is defense up, so you will need to remove the threshold on this final stage, but that's where that Luffy character comes into play that I spoke about. He can actually remove threshold, but Queen, he's going to do the work for now. If you run Queen, you kind of need to have Shanks though, so like, that's what we're rocking. But we're going to start it off by using the super type, or the super class of Atlas. That's going to give us an orb buff. Now, when you do your shenaniganry here, you need to be very careful how you use your specials. The Vega lads can actually give themselves cooldowns every time another VEGAPUNK character uses a special. So as you can see there, I actually used 2 VEGAPUNK characters. The friend captain, I don't think, sorry, the captain doesn't count, but the Sailor of Lilith definitely does. As you can see here, once you use the other VEGAPUNK special, it's going to then increase the Vega lads. The Vega lads give back specials, and it only works once. So I believe if you have max special with the Vega lads and then you use, say, Lilith, it is actually going to give them full charge, even though they already have full charge, which is sort of a flaw in the character and makes it very hard to get that pseudo triple special that you really want to get with the unit. But at the end of the day, this is sort of what I put together. This is how I got the team to work. We have color affinity with Queen. We have chain boundary with Shanks. Shanks also gives the Psy orbs to break the barrier. Unfortunately, we don't have that extra barrier turn, but that's okay, because like, the 2 characters hitting first don't have type advantage, so that's going to be fine. We have 2 attack boosts, we have 2 orb boosts, we have base stats, we have chain multiplicative and chain addition. The only thing I don't have that I would love to get with this particular team is the set target ability that the Vega lads can do. So, like I said, I do want to try and rerun this with a bit of a different team, so stay tuned for that. Alright, so now we have the Dex variation, and this particular team honestly hasn't really changed. I was a big fan of this particular team, so I thought I would just include this in the video. We already have Lilith, we already have the free-to-play VEGAPUNK 5 Plus here. There's enough Vega characters here to sort of warrant the VEGAPUNK video. So I'm very okay with that. With this particular team too, is you don't need the pseudo triple special of Shaka, because you have Law. so that works out quite nicely. I believe I actually stuff up this run, and then I kind of like close the app and reopen it, so that way what you guys will see and the buffs I have on the final stage, I can't remember if I rerun the buffs, but ideally you want to get like the Lilith orb buff and not the Luffy Yamato orb buff. That way the Vega lads, they're hitting quite hard. We have the final tap of Lilith here maxed out as well, so all the cerebral damage will get times by 2, which is really, really nice. But on turn 2, you can just use the super class of Law, and that way you can bypass the defense up, as well as get a defense down conditional. So it works really nicely, plenty of damage there, and that way you're not really losing a special on the final stage. Law is just so good on the final stage because he can give that tap timing bonus, which is one of the requirements for the Vega lads, and that way you can actually, like I said, not really worry too much about their pseudo triple special activation. The 5+ VEGAPUNK works exceptionally here because he actually gives the 1 turn of cooldown that we get inflicted on the final stage. We have Vivi for a little bit of threshold removal. We're going to switch with Luffy and Yamato first. That's going to give us the color affinity to free spirits. Using the super type of the Vega lads also gives a turn of cooldown, so that's pretty essential. Using their special first, obviously, like that would then charge the Lilith and the VEGAPUNK character. So unfortunately, we're not going to see that. So that's kind of a bit of a blunder on my behalf. Ideally, I'd want to use the special of VEGAPUNK first, and then that way I don't have to worry about that tap timing, and I should be able to get the set target here as well. I think I rectify it. This, what you guys are seeing here, is actually not the best way to do it, but I think it still works and still does quite a bit of damage. Like, see right here, I shouldn't have the orb buff of Luffy Yamato, I should have the orb boost of Lilith, so that should have definitely been the play. Ideally utilizing the VEGAPUNK character, then using Lilith, switching with Luffy Yamato, using the Luffy Yamato special, then that would have been the way to go. And then I could switch with Nami Karina, remove the threshold, use the VEGAPUNK special, the Vega lads. Vega lads is going to give all the charge to everyone. Law's going to already have that tap timing bonus as well. So with this, you should get the pseudo triple special if I remember correctly. Okay, so I don't actually change it. I just say screw it and I actually just send it. Oh no, I actually did. I actually went back. So hang on, let me pause for a second. All right, so right here is where you can see that I actually changed it. With this way, I actually got the set target ability on Sanji and Pudding. I also got the orb buff of Lilith. Plus, I have 2 attack boosts, which is great. I have the conditional buff, which we can actually give thanks to Chaka. So Law's super, what's his name? Law's super class actually works super clutch here. We have orb buff thanks to Lilith. We have the chain multiplicative thanks to Law. The tap timing, and then we have the multiplicative thanks to the VEGAPUNK unit. Plus we have the color affinity from Luffy Yamato. Once we do all that, that's where the damage from this particular team comes into play. We also have the super tandem of Law as well. Like Luffy Yamato, you can tap with first too. Honestly, they're not doing too much damage. But as you can see, as soon as you hit the VEGAPUNK character, that's where the big damage comes in. Once you hit the Vega legs, you final type with Lilith, and you're doing double damage from what those 2 particular type Vengeance units are doing. Alright, so finally we're going to wrap it up with the quick variation, and honestly that butter support, it's not essential. I actually just threw on basically every VEGAPUNK I could on this team, and I was just like, let's just make this work. Like, let's somehow make this work. And honestly, it wasn't actually too challenging to do. I kept dropping Koala though, because I didn't want the super type of Crocodile. That way I can get the matching orbs on turn 2, and then we're obviously bringing the Vega lads again. And that way we can actually give the special cooldown back to the VEGAPUNK Stellar Legend. VEGAPUNK we can use on turn 2 to bypass the attack down below a certain chain, and then still keep Crocodile for the final stage, getting the attack buff, getting the chain boundary, and it works out super nicely there too. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to bypass the turtles. See you later, bam bam, thank you ma'am. And then when we use the Shaka and Vega lads special on turn 3, the cooldowns that we get from Vega Stellar that we use on turn 2 is actually going to proc, which is super valuable. Like, ridiculously valuable. It's a really interesting ability that this character has, and it's kind of the final piece of the puzzle that the Vega characters need. They've got Rush with Luffy, who can be turned into Cerebral thanks to this Vega Stellar character. You can get like so many buffs off thanks to the cooldowns that the Stellar character can provide. Because remember, like, these the Atlas and Lilith, they work hand in hand in the sense that you use Lilith, you get an attack boost, and then you can override an orb buff, you get a second orb buff with Atlas. Like, it's really funky what you can do, and I'm super keen to see the damage output that you can get with these VEGAPUNK characters moving forward. With turn 2, we had that chain boost that bypassed the chain boundary. Then on the final stage, we have Crocodile to bypass the paralysis. We have a full body Psy Orbs thanks to the super type of the Vega lads. Color Affinity thanks to Robin Koala. The first Orb boost that we get is from Robin Koala. And then Atlas is actually going to override that that Orb buff. Before we do that though, we do want to use the super type and the special of the Vega lads. That's just going to give the cooldowns to the Stellar unit. Ideally, I want to get the triple special of the Vega lads. So this is kind of the best way to go about that, while still getting the correct buffs from the Vega Stellar unit. So as you can see, we get the tap timing, we get the chain multiplicative, we then get the double orbs thanks to Atlas and Lilith. Then we get the double attack boost thanks to Lilith and Crocodile and a chain boundary. I mean, I don't know why that didn't proc. Oh, it's because on the previous turn when I used the Stellar. Oh, I see. That's a bit annoying. Yeah, that's super annoying. Yeah, it is what it is. Honestly, it's not too bad. We have a conditional buff. We have 2 attack boost, 2 orb boost, chain multiplicative, chain boundary, color affinity, and some tap timing stuff. Like we have a lot of buffs with this team, man. Like a lot of buffs. Plus we have a super tandem, and we also have a final tap. The super tandem is great here too because Robin Koala actually falls in the super tandem of Stellar. So that's what I wanted to check before I did my taps here. Beautiful stuff. Now remember that Lilith is going to double all the damage from the Cerebral characters. So pretty much like that 30 billion, because this was the level 119, that 30 billion is then going to get doubled with Lilith again. So you're looking in somewhere between like 60 to 70 billion damage, which is like, it's okay, it's respectable. But I definitely think we can get more. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, but like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff for me. But most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you all for watching, and I will catch you all in the next one. Bye!